everyone, welcome back to the another lab session of Root Hackers Lab. So in this video and live session we will continuing and learning the IDOR vulnerability. First I explain IDOR. IDOR stands for Insecure Direct Object Reference and is a type of access control vulnerability. This type of vulnerability can occur when a web server receives user-supplied input to retrieve objects, files, data, documents. Too much trust has been placed to an input data and it is not validated on the server side to confirm the request is the admin or not. So let me check the answer the question. What does the IDO stand for? IDO stand for Insecure Direct Object Reference. Okay, and here is the second task, the IDO simple example. Imagine you have just signed up for an online service. Okay, view the site. So we have given a site called online service. So there is an online store. Let me open this one. Reminder. Okay, here is our online store. So as you see here on the top, now you can view your order confirmation which contains your details. Try changing the URL below to view order number 1000. Press enter to load the URL. Okay, so there is a IDOR vulnerability and a simple example of IDOR vulnerability. So we can change the 1234 to 1000. So as you see here, we get a flag from this and we access the information about the other user. That's not good. This vulnerability impactful in other scenarios when passing. Okay, so there is an such cases the encoded IDS and IDO vulnerabilities exist in a website when passing data from page to page, either by post data query strings or cookies. Web developers will often take the raw and encode it. Encoding ensures that the receiving web server will be able to understand the contents. Encoding changes binary into an ASCII string commonly using the AZ09. Okay, connector formatting. The most common encoding technique on the web application is base64 and usually be pretty easy to support. You can use website like this one to decode string, then edit the data and re-encode the string and then resubmit to the website. Okay, that's good. As you see here, this is the encoded string on the base64. If we decode this, so it is the ID 30 and we change the ID 30 to ID 10 and then we encode this string again and then submit this to the web application and it's submitted successfully. So there is a IDOR vulnerability. So what is the common type of encoding used by websites? So this is base64. Okay, let me terminate this hashed IDs. Okay, let me analyze the website about the base64. Okay, so it's encode the data as you see here. It's encoding the data and it's decoding the data. It's the best website for it. Hashed IDs. There are sometimes hashing are used on the website. Hashed IDs are little bit more complicated to deal with than encoded ones, but they may follow up predictable patterns such as being the hashed version of the integer value. For example, the ID number 123 would become this if MD5 hash we are in use. It's worthwhile putting any Discord hashes through a web service such as Exploitation, which has a database of billion hash or to value result to see if we can find any matches. What is common algorithm used by ideas? So the common algorithm used for hashing ideas is MD5 hash. They're mostly used in web applications. Okay, so finding IDOs in undetectable IDs. If the ID cannot be detected using the above methods, an excellent method of IDO detection is to create two accounts and swap the ID numbers between them. If you can view the other user's content using their ID number while still being logged in with a different account, you have found a valid IDOR vulnerability. Okay, so what is the minimum number of accounts you need to create to check for IDOR's vulnerability? So this is two accounts. Okay, so let me check the six tasks. Where are they located? The one vulnerable endpoint you have targeting may not always be something you see in the address bar. It could be content your browser loads in via an AJAX request or something that you find referenced in a JavaScript file. Sometimes endpoints could have an unreferenced parameter that may have been of some use in development and got pushed to production. For example, you may notice a call to user details displaying user information authenticated your session, but through an attack known as parameter mining, you discover a parameter called user ID that you can to display user information. For example, okay, that's it. That's good understanding of IDOR vulnerability. A practical example over this. Let me start the machine. The machine is started. So the machine is started. Okay, so by pressing the start machine button once started, click the below link open in the browser. If you will need to log in to do this, click on the customer section and create an account. Once you log in, click on your account tab. Your account tab section gives you to ability to change to your information such as username, email address and password. You will notice the username and email fields pre-filled in which your information will start by investigation how his information gets pre-filled. If you open your browser developers tool, select the network type and then refresh page, you will see a call to the endpoint called customer ID. This okay, the page returns in JSON format user ID, username and email address. We can see from the path the user path that the user information show is taken from a query string ID parameter. See below image. Okay, so there is a your account section and you can log in your account and then you can intercept request and analyze request by the network tab and you can find the customer ID parameter. So we have to change this parameter and analyze what is the result. Okay, so let me open it. And what is and where is the first okay there, so there is a customers and then login, so admin and admin invalid username and password. Okay, so I can sign up here. Admin, no, it's not admin. Test at test .com. No, it's the email address, so we can paste this, and here we can test 12345 is the password, and 12345 is the second password. Sign up. Okay, so let's sign up. And never. So as you see here, there is a your account section, so let me check it in the network tab. Okay. So as you see here, there is a customer parameter, and in the response it's give me a username test and the email test@test.com. Okay, so we can resend this request. First I open it my another browser, and we can send it and we can change the ID to 1. Okay, so as you see here, we can discover another account information here. The username is Adam84 and Adam like fake.thm. So here is another email. So what is our question? What is the username for the user ID 1? So we have discovered previously there is an Adam 58, I think. Oh, no, 84. What is the email address of user ID 3? Okay, so what is the email of user ID 3? Okay, so there is a John user and j@fakemail.hm. Okay, let me copy this and then paste here. So that's it for our idol. So that's the concept of idol vulnerability, and this is the basic understanding of idol. So I hope you will learn something from this live session, and you will learn the idol vulnerability. So if you learn something from this video, so please like the channel and subscribe to the channel and share it to your interested cybersecurity friends. Goodbye.